to look like Keith, but white.
Well, it's
already Keith.
Okay.
He hasn't been on in a while, but there's a white Keith on Pop Culture Minefield.
Hey, you know what? I should call him, see if he's going to join us.
Who, Keith?
Wait.
Yeah, Keith.
Well, he promised to be there for Raiders tomorrow.
I won't be because I'm talking about Devil's Advocate, which I have seen 58 minutes of it today until my wife was like, I'm tired. I was like, okay, I'm going to jump on Gary's show.
Oh, we always like having you, you know that.
I know. This whole holiday just screwed me over. I haven't done any videos at all.
Oh, he's on another call. Says he's on another call.
Is that a super secret Discord?
No, that's Microsoft Text or Notepad.
Oh,
I make notes on there all the time.
The layout kind of looks like Discord in a way. Plus the color palette too. It literally looks like Discord.
He sent me this fucking weird ass video. When did he send this to me? Yeah, in the middle of the night, he sent me this video.
Just careful if it has music on it.
It probably does, but I'm gonna mute it.
Yeah.
These guys like, hey, Easter eggs. Oh, it's the Easter Bunny. What is he doing? He's oh my God. And then like, oh no, he's seen us. It's too late. I get this from Keith at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Happy Easter. Fucking weird. All right, let me try calling him again.
Hello?
He's on another call.
How dare he be on another call when you're calling him?
Yeah. So just to let you guys know, we will be having Katie Haber on. She was the assistant director on Blade Runner, but she, if you look, she got to work 8 straight films with Sam Peckinpah as either the assistant producer, assistant director, dialogue director, and she was dialogue director for Blade Runner too, because she worked with Sean Young for Rachel. But she worked on some great films. I love every single one of these movies, especially Cross of Iron. I just watched that again recently, and I love that movie. All right, let me try Keith again. Okay, I'm starting to think he's not on another call, but has it turned off, and it's showing up.
You know, once he starts talking, he doesn't stop in under an hour. So this call is probably going to take a while.
That's true. So, Martin, if you want to contact Keith by message, just message him. Say, hey, are you joining us today to talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito? Hello, Emmanuel. In fact, who was
Gambit
first here
first
today?
in the house.
Gambit was first today. Yeah.
You win.
Yeah. Gambit wins the internet. Emmanuel is next. And Penny is here now. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
So in immortal words of Sean Connery, greetings. So I'm going to move my microphone over here. So it's right in front of me.
Yes, greetings, but do you have a headpiece?
Yeah, he apparently only went out with Amber Heard one time because he accidentally told her to have a sheet on his bed.
Oh, God, Gary. Oh, geez.
I was going to say something about the prom queens, but I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, that's a great one, too. Why does the winners go home and fuck the prom queen? That's what it is.
I was going to say that, but I can see that Penny is here, so too late.
Oh,
I mean, it is late for me, but it is early for you guys. Well, not for Anima.
No, I'm just 1 hour behind you.
I know.
And I had night on a very loud, noisy day because there's construction in one of the other apartments. So,
hi, D-Bud.
hey, D-Bud. Oh, we have
Construction at
Snorty.
10 p.m.
Snorty.
at night?
oh no, they started at 8-ish in the morning and they went on until 5 in the afternoon.
Oh,
And after
okay.
that,
That's fine.
I out and got a nap, but I don't usually nap that late in the day, so I never really woke up from that. I'm half asleep, drinking a lot of green tea, hoping to stay awake through the show.
Green tea doesn't have enough caffeine.
It has more caffeine than regular tea, I found out, so I like it. I drink the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So,
not even close to enough caffeine.
I have a whole liter here, and I almost finished it.
I just finished off another.
So that's
Red
a
cup.
lot of caffeine. It's not just 1 cup that I'm drinking.
So today we're going to be talking about twins. I had to wait for you to take a breath so I could say something. We're going to be talking about twins. Trying to get Keith here. I'll try calling him again. Nope. Says he's on another call, which I call bullshit.
What D-Bot Martin just said. Isn't that the story of Keith and you, twins?
Yeah. I'll show up on his shows. I did that yesterday.
And he does call you brother from another mother. So.
Yep. My problem with the tea that I'm getting is I get green tea with mango mixed in.
That sounds delicious.
It tastes like pineapple to me.
I like both mango and pineapple, so I'd be fine with that.
I hate mango.
What?
What?
Yeah.
What planet are you from? How can you hate
Do you
mango?
mean the fruit or the character mango?
The fruit.
That's one of the greatest fruits ever.
The city in which I lived, my native city, we throw away that thing in volumes of pipes, of barrels. We throw away barrels of that.
You know how expensive
every house has at least one mango tree, and everybody loves them. But the thing is, I can't stand it. The smell of the mango gives me, oh my god, I don't know.
Keeps you.
Let me introduce you to guava. The fruit smells horrible, but when you eat it, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, everybody told me that same thing. I taste the mango and I said never again. And my mom says, and this is just popular wisdom, quote unquote.
This is mango.
What the fuck is that, dude? My eyes. What have you done to my eyes?
Is that Chris Kattan?
Put that away, Gary.
Chris Kattan's character called Mango on Saturday Night Live.
Oh my god!
I would never
I need
even
to wash
thought.
my eyes.
Yeah, I don't think Kattan's very funny at all.
Never again.
The funniest guy from that SNL period was Norm Macdonald, and Norm Macdonald hated Chris Kattan. And apparently that feeling was shared back, but Chris Kattan kept trying to show up Norm Macdonald, and he just ended up looking like an idiot. It's sort of like Wile E. Coyote versus the Roadrunner, or Elmer Fudd versus Bugs Bunny. And Norm Macdonald was Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunner. Do subscribe to Mephisto's channel, man.
Nah,
hey, we have Bush.
It's fine. You don't have to.
Yes.
Where is it? Oh, long time. Oh, fuck. Why isn't Bush video here?
Yeah, you need to show up more often, Bush, so my team doesn't lose practice in finding your video.
Well, Bush, I don't have your video here, so you have to live with this. Bush. Yeah.
Oh, it's not in here?
No.
Yeah, it is. It's right here.
Oh.
Sounds more like push than bush, but yeah.
Yeah, he broke his neck. But Norm Macdonald would just constantly fuck with him. And like one of the funniest ones is they kept doing this Twilight Zone segment, rehearsing it. And during rehearsals, Norm wouldn't do his Rod Serling impression. He would just talk like, Norm, yeah, then you, yeah, you bet you, yeah. You know, he's just talking like that. And Chris Kattan's like, what's wrong with you, man? You're gonna ruin this. You're gonna ruin this. You need to do, talk like Rod Serling, man. Pissing and moaning at him. And like right before they went live, like seconds before they went live, Chris Kattan was over talking to what's her name from Tool Time and from the Lifesaver show where they
Patricia something?
No, the blonde bombshell. Tommy Lee.
Pamela Anderson.
Pam Anderson is playing the girl in the hospital bed for this SNL Twilight Zone skit. He's like, oh man, you got to give me your number, man. You got to give me your number. And Norm casually turns around and says, don't take offense to Kattan's hitting on you because you know he's gay. And then turns back to the camera and they go live. And Chris Kattan was like befuddled the whole segment because he did that right before they went live. He would just shit on Kattan. And from what I understand from some of the cast and crew that are what I consider to be the most sensible, intelligent members of that crew, hated Kattan. Couldn't stand him.
Wasn't he there for like the longest time? He's one of the.
He was there for a while.
He was there for like almost 20 years.
Tim, what's his name? The Hamburger, Good Burger, and what's his name? He was on 30 Rock. Hilarious. Tracy Morgan was on there for a while too. And I think he ended up being one of the longest running. I don't know if he's the longest, but one of the longest. But Kattan
No,
was
he's not. He's not.
Who was?
I heard Tom did a tier list for SNL movies, and he mentioned that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known because I've not seen SNL since since Adam Sandler's first season or one of the last seasons with what's his face, the Wayne's World guy.
It's Kenan Thompson. He's still on it.
Yeah, Kenan Thompson is the longest. That's
the one I brought up before Tracy Morgan.
Years.
I brought him on. I said that I think he's one of the longest, if not the longest. Tracy is one of them after him and Kattan. But yeah, that's the kid from Good Burger that I was talking about.
Yeah, and
he's been on there for a while. I like the guy. I think he's funny. I don't know what he can do outside of SNL, so maybe that's why he's still there because, he's never done anything remarkable.
I mean,
he's very funny on SNL.
He has done what's his face, Fat Albert movie.
Oh my God, that was terrible though. God, that movie was awful.
Fat Albert is an animated series that needs to stay animated because it has the gags there are visual animated gags. It's like, think about Bugs Bunny will never ever translate into live action movie. You could never have a live action Bugs Bunny. It does not work.
Absolutely agree with you. I didn't think it worked as a film. Because the dude, what's his name? That wore the hat over his face. Just as a weird character.
Yeah.
In the live action, I'm like, you made it look like the cartoon character, and that looks weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just didn't work. Everyday French.
Did you see what he said earlier?
Pierre Escargot.
What?
I don't know the names of the people on the show. I watched it religiously because it was here on reruns on one of the channels. I think it was on the Lebanon channel. It was a channel that we could get off the antenna from Lebanon, and it was run by the Christian minority. Every day at like 1 or 2 p.m., there was the 700 Club where they taught you some Christianity stuff. And then they had an animated show called The Good Book, which started off as the Old Testament and then switched over to the New Testament. So I learned everything that I needed to learn from Jesus from like the Lebanese Christians. And it was animated, so.
Yeah, I always liked the cartoon. I was like 8 years old when it started on TV. And Fat Donald was one character, but who, oh my God, I'm trying to remember the characters' names. Yeah, they don't give the names. Fucking stupid. I fucking hate IMDb. Almost as much as I.
This is a terrible way to find anything. You just click. Just
Google's just as bad.
No, Fat Albert TV show cast, and you'll get it. If it's that important to you,
it's
the name
not.
of
It's
the names of the people.
Go into this because Bill Cosby did most of the voices, but yeah, Fat Albert, Mushmouth. Mushmouth is the one I used to do in the army all the time. Abba-bee-oba-kee-ba-boo. Because we had a drill instructor that did it too. It was funny as shit. And we had a competition who could talk longest doing it.
And you know what's crazy? It's considered now, if you do it, it's like it's racist, even though it's real people that really talk like that.
It's
until it
racist, and it's ridiculous when people calling that shit.
I know it's so silly. It's so silly. I love that show. It's okay. It is. You don't have to put yourself in the shoes of these people. You just have to absorb the stories that are being told, whether or not they're comedic stories or dramatic stories or just stories, right? Stuff that happened only in Israel and parts of America. No, what we considered racist is anything we absorbed out of everything else. What we called racists is Ashkenazi versus Sephardic. And if you know, you know. Literally, that's the only racism we've got over here. I know it's a joke, Bush. I know.
And this one is for you, Bush. And in French. Here you go.
I know what can replace. I know what stinger you can use to replace the like the Miller Lite Bush thing.
Emmanuel, tell him what that means if he doesn't know. From a movie.
Okay, you're bringing up.
I don't know French. You know, the problem with the French is that they don't have a word for entrepreneur.
They use their own word for computer. Yeah. The French language is so fucked up and so English hating that they have their own word for computer. It's l'ordinateur. It's so stupid. The young people are not that bad, but 50 plus, forget it. You get nowhere with it.
There you go. Thank you, Emmanuel. It's supposed to be, because the line in the movie is, "Can I park my bike in your trunk?" And the girl thinks it's like sex slang, and she goes, "Anytime you want." That's in the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin. It's one of my favorite moments in the film. Oh, the only problem with France is that it's full of French people. That sounds like something Norm Macdonald would say.
I've got the perfect stinger to refresh the bush stinger.
Okay.
I've got it.
So you want to sting the bush? Okay.
Yeah. Wait, hold, don't share. I have to make sure something. It's a very short clip. I just want to make sure it's safe. Yeah, it's safe.
Is it safe?
Go ahead. Yes.
It's safe.
Hey, country ship media.
Hey, what's up?
Do your thing, Eric. Do your thing.
Hey ho.
Do my thing.
Martin, you can share it.
On it. Again.
We've got
There's
Bush.
Booger.
Hell pie.
Want it again?
We've got Bush. Oh, hell pie.
Air pie.
Yeah, it's okay. It's done. Stop sharing. Damn it. There we go.
So the thing I really enjoy about the Obvious film, because I really love this movie, I wasn't sure what the heck was going on at the beginning until I realized, oh, this is the cloning center. But what I love is that when baby Arnold cries, the DeVito baby laughs and is happy.
Yeah.
They're just being siblings, aka assholes. I should know. I have 8 of them.
No, the remake of Twins should be Shaq and Danny DeVito.
No. Forget Shaq. You need Idris Elba. He has an accent.
A very young Kelly Preston. She was like 25, I think, 24 when she made this.
Yeah.
By the way, the big muscular older guy, that's one of the dads, is actor Hugh O'Brien. And I've always loved that guy. He was kind of TV's Wyatt Earp. He starred on the hit TV series The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp. But he was in a lot of movies and TV shows. And he did the 10 Little Indians based off of And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie back in '65. Not the best version, but it was a good version. But he was a friend of John Wayne's, and he was in Wayne's last movie, The Shootist. In fact, he plays one of the guys he kills in the bar in the final shootout. But O'Brien was, well on his way, started college, and World War II broke out, and he went and enlisted at the age of 17. And because he got into the Marine Corps at such a young age, Marine, because he had gone into the Marines at such a young age, he ended up being the youngest drill instructor in the Marine Corps. And it's because he ranked up during the war and became an instructor during the war before he was 20.
Pretty cool.
Look at those 80s cars, man.
A Ford convertible. Holy hell.
Right.
Now, for those of you who don't recognize her, and we are going to be doing the film, I've already created the new thumbnail for it. That's Chloe Webb from Sid and Nancy. He played Nancy, and she looks a lot like the real Nancy.
I thought you were going to say she plays Sid.
Yeah, that'd have been really fucking weird. That'd have been John Waters' version of Sid and Nancy. And she would play Sid, and Nancy would be played by I forgot the name of the big tranny that he had in all his movies.
It would have been
Divine.
No. It would have been played by a chick, but she would be wearing a strap-on underneath the pants the whole time. It's John Waters, man.
John Waters. I'm a fan of John Waters films, but the dude is fucking weird.
Me too. But you have
so
to be in the mood. You have to be in the mood to watch like a fucked up movie.
Like Lust in the Dust is one of the most bizarro films I've ever watched.
Which one is that? I don't remember. Is that 78?
That's the Western film. Hold on, because I forgot his name. No, I remember it. It's Tab Hunter. Tab Hunter was a big movie star, and towards the end of his life, he was just doing terrible. It had finally come out that he was gay, and it destroyed his career. So he got to be in a film by John Waters where he plays a gay cowboy who falls in love with Divine, who was a big transvestite.
I know. Didn't they kill themselves? Divine?
At the end of the movie?
No. In real life.
Oh. Divine?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Like, they were big in the 80s.
Oh, she was like he was in everything.
Yeah.
That
it's like there was a guy, a British guy playing this. Oh, I forgot the name. He was a cross-dresser. He only did this character. It's like an old British woman with purple hair. And he died recently. I don't remember his name. But he was very self-confident. He was like not really a mannish kind of a guy, but I don't remember. I'll never mind. Well, let's continue with the movie. I like the whole Stallone and Schwarzenegger
the gag.
thing.
Yeah,
I tried to.
They weren't friends yet.
But my mouse is slow.
Yeah, they weren't friends yet.
Not yet.
It's because of little things like this that it was kind of moving that direction, because he's being playful in this when he makes fun of him with the arms. Looks at his arms and looks at Stallone's arm, goes, walks away with a big smile. And that's what's his name? David Caruso.
Yeah.
That plays his buddy that works in the parking garage. Here he is, David Caruso.
Dame Edna.
Without his sunglasses. That must be hard for him.
What?
I was talking about Dame Edna. The guy's name is Barry Humphries. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. On March 7th, 1988, 3 weeks after Hairspray was released nationwide, Divine was staying at the Regency Plaza Suite Hotel in Los Angeles. He was scheduled to tape a guest appearance on the following day as Uncle Otto on Fox Network's television series Married with Children in its second season wrap-up episode. After spending all day at the Sunset Gower Studios for rehearsals, Divine returned to the hotel that evening, where he dined with friends at the hotel restaurant before returning to his room shortly before midnight. He passed away in his sleep at age 42 of a heart attack.
I misremembered, but I knew they died like real early.
Yeah, 42 is too early.
And there's like that.
Yeah, I think Bush has
because
Bush has it right. Yeah.
Yep.
Their heart was pounding way too hard, and then they had a heart attack.
That's what happened to Gandolfini. What ends up happening, he had a huge meal, And what people don't understand is that's taxing on your heart because it puts added pressure if your stomach's enlarged from eating too much.
Mm.
And it can cause you to go into cardiac arrest.
Boss, are you gonna share your drawing screen?
Excuse me?
Are you going to share your drawing?
Yes, I am. But I kind of wanted to get some stuff about this movie out first. So there are very few. In fact, there's almost nothing about this movie.
Yep. I think that
On
the
YouTube.
most notable is the thing with that Arnold, Danny, and Ivan, they didn't have a salary. They just took a cut from the box office, and Arnold says that that was his best financial decision ever.
Yeah, and I want to point out that it's not like he hadn't done comedy. Arnold had done comedy. Not always funny, like he did the movie with Kirk Douglas, which was a comedy, a Western.
I like that movie. It's funny.
I do too, but it's not a great film. But then, he put a lot of comedy into his other films.
Well, he started with
his one-liners were always meant to be schlocky, cheeky humor. Good, stick around. Stick a guy with a machete, stick around. Or, where's Sully? I let him go. So this was his first time leading an actual comedy after he had made himself. He was a star. And so he had been talking with Ivan Reitman about doing something. Got to do something together. So first thing I'm going to start out with, originally the music score was composed by Georges Delarue with Randy Edelman. Edelman had scored 3 more films for director Ivan Reitman with Ghostbusters 2, Kindergarten Cop, and 6 Days and 7 Nights, which I like that film too, with Harrison Ford and what's her name that went out with Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah,
she's dead now.
That's the remake from Bacall and what's his face?
Bogart.
They had the same movie. I don't remember if it's called the same name, but they had the same movie and it was a remake.
I'll check on that because I think that it was more or less.
I'll check for you.
Kind of an offshoot of doing the African Queen.
Keep going.
But anyway, so Ivan Reitman was already eyeing an idea and playing with some ideas about Arnold Schwarzenegger. But this was Arnold Schwarzenegger's first time starring in a major comedy. Because Universal Pictures viewed this as a significant risk compared to with having Schwarzenegger make another profitable action film. Schwarzenegger voluntarily took no salary in exchange for a share in the film's profits. Co-star Danny DeVito and director Ivan Reitman made similar deals. When the film was a major financial success, box office of $216 million against an $18 million production budget, the 3 together earned a significant share of the overall profits. In 2016 interview with Graham Bessinger, Schwarzenegger stated that the decision to invest in myself by trying a comedy and foregoing the salary in exchange for a share in the film's profits was one of the best decisions of my entire life. And I want to remind you, he was already a multimillionaire by the time he became a star through real estate. So he was not risking anything doing everything that he was doing. And that's always one thing I like about it. Now, filming, many of the outdoor scenes were filmed in northern New Mexico. Locations and backgrounds included Rio Grande Gorge Bridge, which is the one major bridge in this country I've never been on. I've been through New Mexico numerous times in my life, but I usually go south down across into Phoenix. And because that's where all my family are. So, or I go up way north, going up towards Flagstaff and the Great Crater. So so I always miss that one. So anyway,
I was mistaken. I was thinking about something else.
Yeah, the San Francisco Diocese Mission Church in Rancho de Taos, St. Francis Cathedral in Santa Fe, and buildings in and around Los Alamos. And which is kind of nice when you get away from the back lot of the studios and get out there in the real cities. So I love the visuals of this film. And they're supposed to be at the Alamo, I think, in one scene, but it ends up it's not. It's another Spanish monastery that's made to look like the Alamo. Yeah, this is one of my favorite gags in the film. Is these two guys are criminals coming in this car, and it's one of the cars that Dave Caruso here is going to let DeVito steal. And in the process of stealing it, he steals whatever is worth a fortune in the back of the car.
Yeah, nobody knows what that is, but it's worth a fortune.
It's
like the briefcase from Pulp Fiction.
It's a fuel injection system for jets.
Yep. So some of this is supposed to be around Los Angeles. I'm assuming that's where they shot this, because that was Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, I love this. His office has been emptied, so he's got to let her go. He's kind of a con man, a grifter.
Yeah. A hustler.
And he's got like swag, but the thing is, like, he shouldn't have swag. Somebody that tiny shouldn't have swag, but he does.
Well, he's got some good genes, I've heard.
Yeah.
No, he's DNA trash.
I know. That's what I'm
okay. And I'm just thinking, well, yeah, he's the what you refer to as the runoff from what made Arnold.
Yeah.
The waste byproduct of what made Arnold.
I mean, Arnold is smart, but he's like street smart.
Okay, listen. The worst of the best still has some good in it.
I think that sounded better in your head.
Don't be mean.
No, I didn't understand it. I really didn't. I need you to say it one more time.
The worst of the best still have some good in it.
The worst of the best.
The worst of the best still has good in it. As in, he's the worst from whatever Arnold has. But Arnold is already up here. So if he's the worst, he's more than average.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I get what you're saying. I do also like
after
that he
3 tries.
He named
I got you.
He named his cat Julius. I always like that. You named your cat Julius?
It's a calico, and they're almost always females, because the genes for the colors black and red in cats lie on.
And when it is male, they can't reproduce.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
that
really
is it. I didn't know.
Well, you do get to see the orgasm in this movie, because when they show the milkshake being pulled out of the cryo chamber, it's clearly like just a big cup and a half of seminal fluid.
Shander Hammerschlag is here.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Sander?
It's faking it. Ooh, man, I freaking love this movie. You know, another thing is that DeVito accepted the role only when he knew that the other twin was going to be Arnold, because he said, yes, that's going to be hilarious. Nobody will believe this.
And of course, what's the tagline for the film?
Only a mother can tell them apart.
Yes.
But their mother can't, because when they finally meet, she's like, I don't even know who's who. She's never seen them.
Yeah.
She was told Arnold died at birth, and she never knew that DeVito existed.
Yeah, and I love when the old scientist gets punched by the mom at the end. Because he was a scumbag doing what he did.
Yeah.
Using her like that, yeah. Horrible. Oh, this is great. When he learns how to drive by just flying over the manual. He's reading like super fast.
Totally believable.
Well, come on. Mixing up sperm and then creating twins, that's not how it works to combine 6 different gene pools.
Yeah, only one sperm makes the baby. What they would have to do is splice genes, specific genes.
Yeah, I think that was what we were doing, not mixing up.
I think you just need to check your brain at the door before watching this, and then you can really enjoy it. It's just goofy and funny. Especially when you see the mannerisms that they share, but sometimes they are like mirrored.
Yes. They are always mirroring their mannerism. Even before knowing they were brothers. Remember the scene in front of the Chinese theater?
When they scratch their asses, yeah.
Yeah.
Arnold did a really funny interview on this movie, like shortly after it came out, where somehow the interviewer mentioned how DeVito had to part his hair on the other side of his head, and Arnold with a completely earnest face that, yeah, that's the only way they could tell us apart, part of the hair, different sides of the hair.
Arnold is such a goofball. He used to be such a goofball. If you want to know how goofball-y he could be, there's a Playboy video. He did a Playboy movie video where he visits Brazil. He is so enamored by the Brazilian women. He is a big goofball. Let's just say that. Not in a creepy way, like in a really funny way.
Whoa, Sander, you don't like this one?
Oh, Junior is awful. Junior's
but I'm asking which is
terrible.
Worse. The question implies that he doesn't like twins either.
Yeah, I get it.
By the way, what he did a minute ago by lifting the back end of the car to turn off the
engine, the alarm.
No, the alarm system actually does work. That's true.
Yeah, but you need to be powerful as Arnold.
All you gotta do is get it up.
He didn't do the lift. He didn't do it.
No, a car's like a little bit.
All you have to do is be able to lift the back end of the car, or even the front end. It would be harder to do the front end with the engine, but the back end of the car, 45 degrees, and the mercury switch goes off because the mercury switch is gravity driven.
Yeah, but 45 degrees I think is too much because I haven't seen any cars at that angle when they are being towed. I think.
Yeah, but maybe that's what the towing companies do. They lift it until the alarm stops, and then they get it on their vehicle.
No, if you lift the car 45 degrees, you ruin the front of the car.
I mean, lift it with my back down.
I believe in you, man.
Lighten up.
You can do it.
You can do it.
It worked with oh my God, Bush, what did you do?
Maybe using the forklift to lift the car.
Yeah. Junior has its moments, but only that.
Junior's one of those films that it was supposed to be a follow-up for this movie, and they didn't do the sequel. Instead, they did that. And I thought it was a mistake. So I feel like no matter what, it missed the mark. The only thing
I
good
saw
about that movie is Emma Thompson.
I saw it on Austrian TV, and my God, that movie is so stupid.
I don't know what the fuck Bush was talking about there.
About the mechanisms on which the alarms function. Previously, apparently, but he wrote previously that this movie, in fact, ruined all that. Here it is.
Oh,
Because they switched to digital. Because everybody took the hint.
because it wasn't really known at the time.
Yeah, they ruined it.
I know that Jim Woodward and I used to go skateboarding down the streets in Fredericksburg, and we go zipping by cars downtown parked out in front of businesses or clinics, and we would hit them as we went by and set off the car alarms. It was great.
Whoa. Read this. Somebody read it, please.
I'm reading it. Do you want me to read it aloud?
Of course.
Apparently.
So don't
You need to add that. I can't read your fucking mind. Car towing companies
if you love me, you
were
would.
a drug front in Miami during the cocaine days. They boosted cars just like this, lifting the front or back enough to disable the alarm.
Yeah, once that is known, you can't use it anymore.
The possibility.
That movie, Junior, led to an argument between me and my then girlfriend that I got, because I just gone through an ugly situation with a child. And
what did you do to that child?
Oh my God.
No, it was a kidnapping situation. I don't want to go into it. And I'm dead serious. It was a very ugly period of my life, and I had a problem with women because you don't
say, Gary.
It's like we got a patent on fucking giving birth, and so she was like really disrespecting the concept of the male carrying a baby. And I said, the only thing you've got that upsets you about that movie is that if it were ever scientifically feasible, it'd put you out of a fucking job.
Ouch.
And
damn, boy,
I just got sick of that shit. You know,
why don't you just call her a whore and be done with it?
I kind of ended that way.
Although you didn't use the word whore, you used the C word instead.
I used these exact words. Was it after my brother or after my best friend that you realized that it was me you were after?
Oh God, she was already an ex when that conversation happened.
Yeah, she went out with my brother and she went out with my best friend, Jim Woodward.
That's fucked up. You don't
before
do
trying
that.
to get with me. And I was like, you know, I'm not falling for this shit.
Indeed, Bush, indeed. Disregarding fatherhood is one of the greatest downfall of our society today. And it is not your society. It is a common trait in the whole Americas, the three section of the continent.
Yeah, and I will tell you right now, the best twins in this film belong to Kelly Preston and Chloe Webb.
Correct. That is the most correct statement of the night. Although I don't think she gets actually naked.
No, this is a PG movie.
Yeah, it's a real PG movie.
There's Kelly Preston.
There's Arnold half naked having the worst orgasm face ever.
Yeah, he's like,
hey.
Yeah.
I jokingly told my wife,
I was wondering how long did you last? 5 seconds?
I told my wife a long time ago after we watched this, like for the 4th, 5th 10th time. I told her, if my face ever does that, divorce me.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need to see her naked. She has that teen movie where she seduces this kid. I've seen it. He's fine.
I loved Bill Murray's story where he was talking. He says, every once in a while I'll see the movie Roadhouse. Come on,
Your
Roadhouse, and he would he says, and I'm friends with Kelly Preston's husband, and you guys know who she's married to, right? Or at least
yeah.
she was. So
Oh, she's still.
Is he friends or is he friends?
It's John Travolta. It's John Travolta.
Yeah.
But he didn't say John Travolta. He says, I would call Kelly Preston's husband, who is a friend of mine, without saying his name. And he's like, he says, hey, you don't know who this is, but I'm watching Roadhouse right now. And Patrick Swayze has your wife against the wall, just banging the hell out of her. And she's not fighting him at all.
That's not Kelly Preston. That's Kelly Lynch.
Oh, I thought that was Kelly Preston.
No, it was Kelly Lynch.
Well, whoever Kelly Lynch is married to. It doesn't matter. God. It's still fucked up and funny.
You broke myth.
I don't know why, because they're two blonde bimbos. They're both blonde
Kelly
bimbos.
Preston, wife of John Travolta. Kelly Lynch is also the girl from Cocktail who Brian Brown marries in order to get her money. And then he loses it in the stock market and he kills himself. Sorry, I spoiled it.
It's not a good movie, so you spoiled nothing. You saved
Cocktail
somebody.
is a fantastic movie. You take that
It's
back.
a fantastically bad movie.
You have no taste.
It is amazingly bad. Yeah, and Kelly Lynch is just the same to me. They're both scrawny blonde girls with too much of a gap with their thighs. Like your thighs, women's gaps, it's not normal for their thighs to gap. But so that's who it was. Whoever's married to her. And Bill Murray's fucking hilarious. I thought it was her, the same girl. Wife right now. It's not the way he phrased it in the interview I saw. That's not the way he phrased it.
Oh my God.
But I like that one
what
too.
What the fuck?
What?
Because you'd also say, you don't know who this is.
No, I'm looking at who's Kelly Lynch is married to. She's been married since 1992 to a guy called Matt Glazer. He's a writer.
Matt Glazer.
And a producer. And you know why Bill Murray knows him? Because he's done a lot of movies with Bill Murray.
Hey, welcome to Jones.
One of them was Scrooged. I love that movie.
I love that movie too.
God damn, I love that movie. DeVito's character isn't doing himself any favors with the ponytail. No, he's not. Makes him look like even more of a skezzball.
Yep.
I mean, who thinks it's a good idea to grow out the hair and tie it in a ponytail when there's no hair on top of his head anymore? It just looks bad.
To be honest, my dad, he wasn't that bald, but he had that ponytail as well during the entire 90s.
Oh, during the
and
90s,
you can tell like it was pulling his hair backwards and making the obvious baldness that is going to happen a little bit worse. Yeah, you
By the way,
Gambit.
I wanted to mention that the two penguins became friends in real life. Danny DeVito and Colin Farrell are fucking friends.
Mm.
And they're on a British talk show. And Colin was just like putting his hand on his neck and touching him and stuff. And then the interviewer kind of commented on it. And they got even more into it. The both of them were like just...
The audience started to laugh, and nobody knew what was going on. And then the interviewer realized what Colin was doing with his hand.
Playing with the back of his neck and his hair. It's so fucking funny. So anyway, engaging entertainment with some big laughs and a sort of one goof lines. Or goofiness. Warm goofiness.
Brian Brown was the star of that movie, to be honest.
Cocktail?
Yeah.
Slizoid.
All I know is it made the Beach Boys write the worst song of the 80s and 90s.
Don't care. Beach Boys weren't great anyway.
They're one of the greatest production bands of the 60s. And the only band come close to them was the Beatles. So statistically and technically, you're completely wrong.
That may be true.
It is true.
I said may.
The two bands that had the greatest impact on the creation of prog rock were the Beach Boys and the Beatles. And prog rock changed everything for me.
What does that have to do with twins?
Nothing. It's just the ADD theater. What the
Absolutely
fuck? Any
nothing.
Conversations have to do with anything.
Which is what you wait. I've got a voice.
Which is what you were about to become.
All hail Satan,
you motherfucker! You. A little Spaceballs jokes right there, just to spice things up. So Julius is being denied.
So lonely inside real Rome.
So this is Hugh O'Brien, a great prolific actor from the 50s and 60s. Went into the Marine Corps for World War II, volunteered at the age of 17, became the youngest drill sergeant in the Marine Corps, and was a real hard, bad ass motherfucker in real life, but nice as a day is long. And a good friend to John Wayne in particular, and Lee Marvin.
And they downsized him into a sperm donor.
Yeah. By the way, he is supposed to be clearly the dad of Arnold.
Yeah. Or the physical attributes that were taken to create Arnold.
Hey, Baron Ormontag is here. What is up, my dear friend?
I hope he decides to hang out with us again.
Yeah, I miss him.
I do too.
It is hot as balls today.
Really? Here it's really super cold and it was raining all day.
It was great for about 4 or 5 days, even more. But
I'm talking about when he was in the Marines. He was the youngest. I wasn't speaking past it. He was a drill instructor by the time I think he was 19. Yeah, you should, Baron.
Want a link?
Is he not in the group? He used to be on the old TGIF, so he should be in there.
I'll be right back.
Give me a second. I'm on that. Oh my goodness.
So the film absolutely was, by the way, a box office smash. They shot the film on 18 million because they didn't have to pay for the director or its 2 stars. And the film grossed, as I said earlier, $216.6 million at the box office. And that's 1980s dollars. And I want to remind people, that's back when they still measured by how many tickets were sold, because it mattered. And they stopped counting the measurement of ticket sales because now it's all about the dollars instead, because if they were to compare it to how many tickets sold, it would look really bad because there's far less people, a few million people less going to movies now than it used to be.
Because it's so expensive.
Yeah, I know. It's that vicious cycle. Bambi was the youngest. Okay. It's like this place is furnished with like, what is this? Like outdoor furniture, lawn chairs.
Yeah. Pool furniture.
Anything
Yeah.
cheap, I suppose.
Yeah, there you go. I fell for that joke from my dad, like when I think I was 19. He goes, "How tall are you now, son?" I said, "I'm 6'3". He goes, "Really? I had no idea they stack shit that high."
That's from a
This was
movie,
the-
though.
No, it was long before that was in a movie. That's just an old saying. Oh, no shit. Wait a minute. I know who you're talking about. The kid who voiced Bambi ended up going into Marine Corps. Yeah. I remember that story. Yeah.
The weird
Oh
shit you
my.
guys know.
What?
Okay, do it. You do it.
I said the weird shit you guys know.
Hey,
Always
Baron. How are you? Baron?
He is a Renaissance Burger King ad.
Oh, yeah, you know it. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, okay. I was sounding like a Verizon commercial for a while. Hey, you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hey, quit ignoring me. No, I had to make sure the microphone was switched to the right one.
Oh, StreamYard
Yeah,
likes fucking around with that.
So Donnie Dunnigan was the kid who voiced Bambi. And at the age of 18, he enlisted in the Marine Corps. He became the youngest drill instructor in the history of the Marine Corps.
Oh.
And served 3 tours in Vietnam. The actor who did the voice of Bambi in the original Bambi film.
He went from prey to hunter.
Yes, he did. Yes, Baron, you're coming in with a very low volume.
I am. How about now? Better? Good. Let me get this.
Let me see what can I do from.
How about now? Do I sound better?
Okay.
Yes.
Better.
Good. Yeah, I am very bitter. What? No. What? Huh? That's right. It's been ages since I've seen this film. Ages.
I've seen it for the first time
fun
yesterday. But yes,
Oh,
But
really?
because of this movie, I put Sid and Nancy on our watch list because I said, I have not watched that movie since I was a teenager, and I would like to see it again. Because she plays Nancy to Gary Oldman's Sid Vicious. And the mystery around her death, which I fall in the camp of he was probably drugged out of his mind and they got robbed. And she ended up trying to fight them off because he was unconscious. Arnold looks like a kid there.
Yes, the whole movie with that smile.
With the gap. He hadn't had it fixed yet when he made this movie.
I don't know why he ever did that. It gave him.
Yeah, I felt like it hurt his look because Arnold just. I don't know why he thought having a gap looks bad. It doesn't.
Because it's not perfect, and Hollywood needs to be perfect. That's why they all look the same.
Well, now here's another great actor. I just forgot his name.
You want me to tell you?
No,
Yes,
I'm
please.
going to fucking remember this. Marshall Bell. Marshall Bell. Because he's one of my favorite bit characters in Total Recall with Arnold.
Yeah.
He plays Quado.
Yes.
Mm.
And the cowardly general in Starship Troopers that gets
Starship Troopers,
squashed
that's right.
by a flying bug.
Yeah, yeah. It's a different film. It's a different film that has Bambi getting eaten. I'm sorry. I'm so very, very sorry. I'll go in the corner now.
Bambi is a boy. It's true. And then there's a song about a boy named Sue.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Written by Syl Silverman. Syl Silverstein? I can't remember how you pronounce that guy's name again.
And last week we talked about a little movie where Gene Hackman played a guy by the name of Marianne.
Yeah.
So many weird fucking characters. And I went out with a girl whose nickname was Bambi.
Mm.
I remember saying, you know, Bambi's a boy's name, right?
Was she a pole dancer?
I'm not going to say anything to that.
You just beat me to that, Miff.
Neither confirms nor denies. I like that.
All I want to know if she had clear heels.
No.
Ah,
I met her. She was working at the nursing home I worked at.
That
I
doesn't
love
say
the way
a lot.
he rips through this shirt like Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Are you allergic to something?" Like this. You're all swelled up.
This came out 88, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So crazy that you have both of them doing the same look with the suits, but you also had it in Rain Man. And
Yeah.
they both came out 88. It's very interesting.
And I do like that film, by the way, Rain Man. Good movie.
I've watched it with my wife recently. It still holds up. It still holds up.
Yeah, I think the bees comment comes like right when he walks around him and looks at his back. The back's just as bad. You look like you got stung by bees.
No, the back is even worse.
Yeah.
He has never seen muscles like that.
Bullshit ass reincarnation on the screen. That's a long way to say reboot or remake. But accurate.
Yeah. I'd say so.
There he is. That's the piece of shit scientist who did all the lying. But I remember laughing out loud when he says, "So this is where you made the milkshake?"
It is gross, though.
That's what makes it funny.
Well, he is grown, so. Goes accordingly.
The whole experiment was stupid because he puts the unwanted extra kid in an orphanage and the other one he tucks away on an island where he's just studying and nothing else. Makes no sense.
I mean, I think you remember that when they were first coming up with this film and telling people what this film was about. It was like, what are you trying? What, Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger twins? And okay, how are you going to pull this off? But just like anything at this time in the 80s, if you have Arnold's name on it, it's going to be a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, this is another film that features Arnold's buddy, Sven Ole Thorsen.
Mm. Yes, he's one of the enforcers.
Yeah, he works for Thulsa Doom and Conan. He was in the other film we watched too, Anima. Do you remember what it was? He's in so many Arnold fucking movies.
Yes, he was in Running Man. He was in Danko.
I haven't seen any of these.
Red Heat is.
He's in. Okay, I'm just going to go through his filmography here. Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, Red Sonja, all three with Arnold. Raw Deal with Arnold. Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson. Predator with Arnold. The Running Man with Arnold. Overboard with Kurt Russell. Red Heat. That's where I pointed out. We watched the opening of Red Heat the other night. So you can see that scene where they're naked in the snow. It's funny. And that's him. Gets the shit knocked out of him by Arnold in that. He's then in Twins. Let's see. I'm trying to find him with more Arnold. Total Recall. Terminator 2. Oh, he was a stuntman in Bram Stoker's Dracula. I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Last Action Hero. He's one of the gunmen. Did a Jean-Claude Van Damme film, Hard Target, and then a Steven Seagal film, On Deadly Ground. And then a really bad action film with Keenan Ivory Wayans called A Low Down Dirty Shame.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look like he's in anything. Oh, he's in Eraser. There we go. Arnold. Eraser. Jingle All the Way. He plays a stuntman in it. He's in Batman and Robin doing stunts with Arnold. I'm really just looking for Arnold stuff that he's worked on. Oh, shit. He's in the 13th Warrior, man.
Yep.
The would-be king character. Now I got to go back and watch and look for him. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Antichrist movie, End of Days.
Oh.
It's it's my Antichrist movie. And I do like the film. I think it's good. It's despite having him in it. He's in Collateral Damage. Let's see. Now, a movie that's Arnold is in momentarily, The Rundown. He's in that one. He plays one of the goons.
No, he's in the opening scene in the nightclub.
Arnold is, but
yes,
I'm talking about Sven.
Yeah.
Sven is a goon in that film, so that's technically another Arnold film. Oh my God, he's in Dodgeball, a True Underdog Story. The Lumberjack. Get the fuck out of here! That was him. Holy shit!
Again, I love this scene.
Now he did Collateral Damage with Arnold, but then does Collateral with Tom Cruise, which is a great fucking movie. He's one of the stuntmen. And that's it. He's not done anything with Arnold since Collateral Damage. And technically Rundown. But they're, in real life, they're like besties. And Arnold's best and greatest friend was Franco Columbo. They worked out together all the time, and it just tore him up when he died.
That doing Red Heat, right?
Doing what?
Red Heat.
Red Hit.
Red Heat.
Red Heat.
Red Heat. He was. I don't think was Franco Columbo in that. Now I got to go look up Franco Columbo. Thanks, dude. Jesus Christ.
Squirrel Man.
Franco Columbo. There we go. Let's see his films. Of course, he was in Stay Hungry, Pumping Iron, The Comeback, Conan the Barbarian, The Terminator, Predator. He played the medic, uncredited. Franco
Medic.
Columbo. He was in The Running Man as the 911 security officer. Oh shit, he's in Big Top Pee-wee as Otto the Strongman. Oh, I didn't even realize it was him. Holy shit. And I think we're getting pretty much to where he just doesn't do any more movies. Yeah, he didn't do any more movies. Yeah. So Sven did more movies than Franco with Arnold. It's Columbo with the U at the end. Yeah, I know that. How do you think I found him? Gary, Arnold was also the governor of California. No, he wasn't. That's just a bunch of stuff that Newsom has made up. And it was what Arnold, I guess, said in order to get laid by a Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
You know that I was the governor of California. Oh, that's such a raw deal. Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, but
So this has a song in it that Anima really liked.
Yeah, but Arnold grabbed
song.
Arnold grabbed the Kennedy that looked like Skeletor, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, her face. She was okay looking when she was young, but as she got older, like
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to have the scene where DeVito teaches him how to dance, because that scene was completely spontaneous. DeVito refused to rehearse it, and every take was different. They were just playing off of each other. That's pure comedy gold.
See, again, with the parallels to Rain Man.
I haven't seen that one.
the dancing scene. Yeah.
The dancing scene. I don't want to spoil it for Anima.
Oh, don't worry.
You should watch Rain Man, regardless of if you're doing a show or not.
I think it's on our list anyway.
Yeah. And just remember what I said. It's so strange that you have this brothers. Both of them are brothers that never met. I'm not spoiling anything.
He knew it when he was little.
No. Both are brothers that, okay, they haven't spent time together a lot. Okay, just to make it closer. Both are road trip movies. Both have female influence at some point or another. Both have a dancing scene. Both have a suit scene. But they have totally different stories. Completely different stories. But a lot of like similarities. I just never thought about it. I just came up with this. Just because I've seen Rain Man recently.
Yeah, and by the way, I've attributed Shriver looking more and more like Skeletor as to why Arnold slept with the maid or housekeeper or whatever she was.
By the way, the maid was even more god-awful looking than Shriver.
She looked like Sven Oli.
Sven and Oli.
What was Arnold's friend? What was Arnold's friend like his buddy? Is it Franco? Not Franco Columbo.
The one I was talking about earlier.
Columbo.
Yeah.
Maybe Arnold was trying to fuck him, but he wasn't really gay.
Oh my God.
I mean, have you seen Columbo? He has that face. No, Gambit, think about it. It's both a brothers movie coming back together, doing a road trip, and one teaches the other to dance, and they both have a scene where they wear the same suits for a reason.
And one brother is naive and the other is a sleazebag.
Exactly. So in this case, technically, Arnold is Dustin Hoffman, and Danny DeVito is Tom Cruise. By the way, probably the same height.
Now, look at this. Todd Jones says, imagine Arnold as Raymond Babbitt instead of Dustin Hoffman.
I buy it.
I told him that's a non-lead of Terminator.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
I don't know. I think Danny DeVito's taller than Tom Cruise.
No, I think he's shorter.
No way.
But they're probably the same height.
I mean, Dustin Hoffman is really short too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's sort of like they're not the same story. It's just interesting that if you have a top-down view of both of them, they have certain things that are parallel to each other, but because they're not the same story, it's very different. Is that Columbo? No.
That's Arnold's son and the housekeeper.
Yes.
Mother.
See, I told you she looks like Columbo.
She didn't change
It's in the
much.
face. It's in the face.
My God, does that kid look like Arnold's son?
That guy looks like Arnold's son, but also a short Andre the Giant.
Wait, speaking of which, Bush sent me this picture.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is the parents bring your kid to work day.
Yeah.
What the heck?
God damn,
What
they were
are these
big.
Clearly-
two giants?
Clearly, Arnold took after Andre,
Wow.
unless from Wilt Chamberlain's dark skin side.
It's wild how tall they are.
One of my favorite stories by Arnold about him was when he went out to dinner, and Andre always wanted to pay whenever they went to dinner. And Arnold was fighting with him this one time, arguing about it. He goes, no, I asked you to dinner. And Andre picked him up and sat him on top of a partition. That during the time it took him to get down, he paid for the dinner. Andre did that to Arnold.
Well, that's one way to prove your point.
Yeah.
I have a picture to show. It's really low grade, but it's in the same vein as what you just showed. Just don't share the screen yet.
Sedator for Arnold's son.
I like that.
There. It's like this is The Rock, which he's like 6'2", 6'3", and this is Shaq and Barkley. Just to give you a scale.
Yeah,
and The Rock looks like a small child next to them.
I got to meet Bullets Forward, Washington, D.C. Bullets forward, Mitch Kupchak. He's also on the Olympic team that same year. And, he was a fucking giant. And I'm 6'3", and that guy towered over me.
Oh, there's another picture of it. Oh, this is beautiful. Hold on. No. This is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Wait. There we go.
Oh, we're coming up on that terrible O face that he makes.
Oh, yeah.
The bed is lumpy. I need to sleep on the floor.
Oh my God.
He has no clue where she's going.
A
Marky Mark.
comparison, just Marky
Oh,
Mark in
wow.
there. So Marky Mark is like your average normal human being, and then The Rock, and then Shaq.
Yeah, what is he? I think he's like just about 6 foot.
Yeah, he's my height. He's like 5'11" and a half ish.
And Shaq is leaning. It's not.
I would
Yeah.
love.
Right.
I would love to see Tom Cruise in that picture because he's even shorter than
He's even
Mark
shorter
Wahlberg.
than that.
Yeah.
I'm starting
Put
to
in,
feel short
like-
at being 5'10" and a half.
Like DeVito and Tom Cruise in there, you would get like a downward scale.
Guys,
Human
I'm
being.
like
There was an-
5'1". Imagine me in that image.
There was an interview with Joe Rogan with Rob Lowe, okay? And Rob Lowe started talking about working with Patrick Swayze. That back when they did that movie Lords of Flatbush together, I think that was the end of the film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze was trying to sell the idea of that song that he ended up selling to the dancing movie that he did, and Dirty Dancing. And I don't know what caused it, but Rob Lowe says, go look up the cast photo from that movie. And he shows the cast photo and it shows them from the waist up. And he goes, no, get the full shot that shows our feet. Finally, they found it. The producer found it because that's what producers do. They find stuff for the show.
Mhm.
And
I think there was a shot at you, Martin.
Gary.
That was a shot at you, Martin.
So they find it and they show, and he says, I want you to look back. There's one set of feet that doesn't look right. Right back there, Patrick Swayze is standing on top of a pile of bricks. So he can be as tall as the other cast members or taller. And I thought that was fucking hilarious. Rob Lowe pointed that out about him.
Yeah, Shaq is small next to Yao Ming.
Mhm.
Yao Ming is the current basketball player, right?
No.
Chinese.
He's retired.
Oh, has he retired?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaq is huge. He's a behemoth. Yeah, there we're starting to see Danny DeVito that we all know with his hair down.
Yeah. Very penguin-esque.
Yeah, in a few years he would be.
He had that hairstyle for a while,
Mhm.
to be fair.
Oh, he wore it through the early part of the 90s.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
His
he
hair
cut
pulled
it
back
off.
He made the movie Tin Men. It was when he cut his hair.
But even
Well,
even back in Taxi, he had kind of long, wild hair.
he cut it for Tin Men, which was
There we-
before this
that's-
movie.
That's the
That
old
makes
There
face.
you have it.
Yeah,
There you have it. Anima, you weren't asking for it. There you go.
You have to put it in the slideshow. It's like one of the highlights of this movie.
I mean, he just had the best 5 seconds of his life.
Damn it, he outlasted me.
Really, I didn't mean.
That's
to-
because he's in me.
Well, it is his first time. We'll give it a, give the man some leeway here.
And he had no idea what was coming.
Oh, yeah. She
Oh,
knew.
phrasing.
She knew.
Ooh, Taco Bell.
He's definitely faking it.
I remember when I was younger and a bunch of guys were talking about, the O face, making O face. And I made that joke, I repeated that joke because I can't remember who made it. Might have been Robin Williams that said the only expression you have on your face when you have sex is a look of surprise that you've got any.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely me.
Green, where's it at?
Hey, Bill. Little late, buddy.
All right. If you want to add the shared screen here, Martin, just so you can see, this was in
Give
1987.
me a second.
They shot the movie in 86. It was released in 87, Tin Men. So he'd had his hair cut short for that. And then after the movie, let it grow back out again.
Mm-hmm.
Because the story takes place in the 60s with the door-to-door tin roof salesman.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody ever seen this movie? Because it's actually a good film.
No, I haven't seen it.
Back about 1987 or so.
Yeah,
That's what I
1987.
saw.
I saw it in the
Yeah.
theater. Richard Dreyfuss and DeVito. It was a really good film.
Is it in San Francisco?
What, Tin Men?
Yeah. It looked
I
like
think
a
it
San
takes-
Francisco road because it has
I
like
think it's
these
Midwest.
hills.
Hills.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Doesn't matter, Gary. Just doesn't matter.
So
He's going to go all autistic on you now. See what
No,
you
I
did?
know. That's why he read the entire filmography of Sven Ola. What's his face?
Well, I can tell you though, like in Duluth, there's areas there that look like San Francisco.
To be fair, there's
No, it was
there
shot
are-
in Baltimore, Maryland. That's why it's hilly,
Yeah.
because Baltimore can get really hilly.
I was gonna say there are some places in the east that kind of looks the same, like in New Jersey and Baltimore, and I think Buffalo has some of it.
But I bet you they don't have a Lombard Street.
what? I
They
dated a
definitely
chick
have a
called-
Main Street though.
Look at this. Who says, I dated a chick in college. I swear to God, she chirped. What the fuck?
She chirped. I've heard a lot, but I've not heard chirp.
Sure.
That's a new one for me too. What?
All I know is back in about 2004, I was at my apartment and I was dating that girl Charity, and I had the weekend alone. I was told that everybody's going to be away that weekend, and she was a screamer, just one of those.
You've
Really
dated
loud.
a
I would
girl.
grab her face. Yeah, there's
You've
women.
dated a girl
named
called
Charity.
Bambi, but you've also dated a girl called Charity.
Okay, OCD.
Yes.
So let's go back. She starts doing this, and I'm muffling her as much as I can. And when we're done, I get up and I'm like, I need some fluids. So I'm going to go in the kitchen and get me something to drink. And I go walking through the hallway into the kitchen with my bathrobe on. I had one of those long Playboy robes that went down to my feet and paisley patterns. It was really nice and heavy.
Did
And
you also
I
have a
suddenly-
pipe?
And I said, yes, I did. I did smoke a pipe. And like Hugh Hefner. And suddenly
Exactly.
you realize you're not alone. You have that feeling like you don't see anything, nobody makes a noise, but you know when there's other eyes looking at you. And I stopped as I went to the kitchen. I backed up and I looked out into the living room, and there was all my friends and all their women sitting there quietly looking at me. And it suddenly hit me, oh my God, they heard everything. And so I looked at them. I didn't say anything at first. And once I realized that nobody was going to say anything to me, I said, so who's next?
Well, I guess
Was that in the 70s or something?
2004.
I
gave you a
heard
year.
what he said. I heard what he said, but
Oh,
it
okay.
sounded like a story ripped out of 1978.
I read something like that out of Penthouse Letters. It's a good, but in that one he didn't wear the robe. It was all natural. Now that would have been even funnier.
Yes, we would call it a wee pipe, Bill.
A what?
But he had to date a girl by the name of Charity because he figured he'd have a chance. No, Charity after all.
I had a buddy in high school. His nickname was Soup Can.
I believe that.
He was short but big around.
Oh, it's Chud.
So we all called him Soup Can. What's up, Soup Can?
Well, that's kind of like the character Pinto in Animal House. He got that name because he had a spotted dick. No, really, serious.
Oh,
God,
hey,
I
Just
hated
Frosty
that
is here.
movie.
What's up, Just Frosty? Barkley, Barron, Ormond, Todd Jones is here. Hi, Todd. There he is again. And the fun part about his character, when he buys it, it's like, I remember when the first chain hit him and took him to the ground. I thought, Oh, he could survive that. But then it kept falling on him, and then it ended up being about a ton of chain laying on top of him. I said, yeah, that guy's dead.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, absolutely.
He
nobody
does not have a
survives a
single
ton of
bone
chain.
in his body unbroken after that. He is probably hamburger meat.
Even with the bones broken, you still survive, but that thing put
He's
so much,
suffo-
crushed your lungs to where you couldn't breathe.
Yep.
He's
No,
dead.
suffocated.
Probably
skull.
crushed his heart too, split it open.
His brain is mush. He just went splat under that.
Trip Girl makes me wonder if she just had asthma and was wheezing.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah, fucking Bel Air. And that one reminds me of the Buick Skylark.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was driving one night when we did some racing down Stafford. It was one light town, and we'd race, and fucking blew out my tie rod.
You weren't racing. You were just driving parallelly to another guy really
in the
fast.
wrong lane.
In the wrong lane.
This guy is always a good character actor. He always plays a Texan because he's got a Texas accent. I love this part where he thinks they're going to kill him. No, we're paying you. That's the money we owe you. Oh, because he thought they were going to kill him.
Well, people are usually threatening him.
Yep.
Beating him up. He's not used to actually, that's something that he does actually works. That's new.
No kindness from strangers for him.
Yeah, they turn and they get blown away here in the car from the sniper rifle. We talked about that earlier, Gambit.
$5 million smackaroos. I would act the same way.
With that much money? Yeah.
Because Randy had worked with Ivan Reitman before a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Now we see, Vinny change a bit. Yeah, I talked about that earlier, Gambit. Get here in time, motherfucker. I thought he was here.
He was the first one.
Then how the fuck don't you know that I already talked about that?
Bad short-term memory? Like me?
Oh, God, he's got goldfish memory. Damn it. Remember that time when we talked about twins? Yeah, that's still happening right now.
No
I'm
way.
just teasing you, buddy. I'm teasing you, Gambit. Not mocking you.
So that's a with, not at?
And Schwarzenegger was already really big into cigars by the time he did this film and Predator. And in fact, that interview that Anima brought up earlier that he did, he was just puffing away on a stogie during the whole interview.
Oh, did you know the anecdote with the cigar in this movie?
What?
Arnie and DeVito were having a lunch break, and DeVito handed him a cigar, but the cigar had marijuana. And Arnold didn't know. And
that story. Yeah, I know that story.
And when they got to the set, Arnold has completely forgotten his lines. Oh my God, that singing in the plane.
Oh, he sings so badly. But I will point out that I do like the character development in this film because he could have gotten away, and instead he came back. And that's where he pulls the handle and all that chain falls on him and fucking kills him. It just non-stop just keeps coming down. Different colored chain, too. Because it goes from silver to white to dark to silver again. It's just like, holy shit.
Look at that.
God.
That's about a ton of chain.
This is like something out of like a Naked Gun parody.
You're right.
Like it's a bit excessive, I would say, for a movie like this, where it's a little bit more grounded comedy, and suddenly you have like, oh, this is top secret.
Yeah,
it's a Zucker Brothers kind of a gag, right?
Yeah, it's like the meter should always go to right here, and it goes the whole movie, and then goes boom with the chain all the way up to 90. I do like the newspaper thing, and then she finds out that they really were his kids, her kids, and now she feels like a horse's ass.
The Albuquerque Journal.
Oh, I love this. He sees her, and he's like, says her name, and then she just socks him a good shot right in the nose.
Ow.
You son of a bitch.
I want to be a one-woman man.
That woman and that woman and that woman.
Yeah, that woman. And of course, you know, he met a woman with the same kind of physical, because I don't know if it's dwarfism that he has, but it's the same thing with Rhea Perlman.
Oh yeah.
No, she's just a small little woman.
Is that what it is? Because
she's
just small little Jewish woman. We've got plenty of those over here.
Well, I love that on Taxi, she played the woman that got away from him.
Yeah.
Which is where they met. And
aren't they divorced?
They're divorced now, yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, after like 30-something years.
They never leave each other.
I was shocked when I heard it, to be honest with you. Because, I mean, they made a perfect couple.
And they had a great kid. She's a very good actor herself.
Mm-hmm.
Screw your paternity.
Hard to believe that Danny DeVito is 80 years old now.
So they divorced in 2012. They divorced in 2012. Mm-hmm. I never knew that.
Yeah. They were married for the longest time, 30 plus years, something, right?
Produced together.
They were in Matilda together, and I hate that movie.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't like the film either.
I like the story. I like the.
I've never seen it.
Oh, fortunate you.
Well, it never looked interesting to me, so it's just like, you know.
Oh, by the way, I have to say, I've watched the Minecraft movie with my kid.
I watched it too.
It's not as bad as people say it is. It's just very focused to a specific crowd. And there are lots of them out there. Trust me. That's why it's so successful.
Yeah, Minecraft is huge with kids of a certain age, and I think it's made for them.
It's my daughter's age.
Not only kids, people into their 20s.
It's people who watched YouTube instead of TV ever since like 2014, 2015. You could tell. I could tell. And I do mean, like, I've seen parents in the crowd that are inside that demographic. It's very interesting.
I've zero
I mean,
interest
it's not a great movie at all, and there are parts of it that I truly hate because it's Jack Black doing Jack Black Tenacious D.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It goes
Stupidity.
sometimes. His character is. It's hard enough to deal with Jason Momoa's ridiculousness in the film. So, but
actually, Jason Momoa finally plays out of character. Finally, because the first time I came across Jason Momoa was SG-1 Atlantis. And ever since SG-1 Atlantis, he plays the same character. This one, he played like an amalgamation of Dr. Disrespect. What's the guy from the Donkey Kong documentary? Billy Mitchell.
You're mixing up two series. SG-1 is one series, Stargate Atlantis is the second one.
Whatever, SG Atlantis, whatever.
He is now Jason Mimosa.
Yes, and everybody likes a mimosa in the morning. This is Lucy DeVito. That's their daughter. And she's actually really funny. She also is very short, very tiny. She was on what was that show called? Deadbeat. There it is. This show. I laughed my butt off at that show for the first season. Second season, not so much. But she looks like a DeVito or a Perlman. Like a Perlman DeVito. There you go.
Almost like Bernie Sanders. He popped up there from home. But no, that's Danny. Okay.
That was Danny DeVito. Hi,
Mike,
Mikey.
why are you not here?
Because he's busy.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, Martin was very upset, ranting and raving. I didn't think I was going to get him to calm down before the show.
Mike is streaming on Fridays. Jesus.
It's not me. I'm talking about Martin. Martin's the one with the problem. He's the one with the big beef of why he's not here. Nothing. Nobody's nothing. Okay, fuck you guys.
I'm out of this one. I don't know.
No one's going to challenge
me. I'm late in
me.
the conversation, man.
It's like nobody's going to challenge me that Martin would never fucking do that. Okay.
Mike,
you went full cart. You went full Cartman. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys. Going home.
Hey, we have the lovely Sherry.
Oh, Sherry is here.
Hi,
Sherry. How you doing? Long time.
Leave Martin alone.
Yeah, don't go full Karen. Martin, there you go.
No, it's not Karen.
Mike, you don't tell me what to do.
So ornery and sad we alone.
This is from Martin.
So ornery and sad we alone.
You know, Gary, I would laugh at that joke. I would laugh at that joke if it weren't true.
Oh, man. So that's it. I'm worn out. I like your avatar image because it actually really looks like you. I don't know if you did that somehow with computer AI stuff to put your face on the famous Van Dyke style painting or what.
Oh yeah, that was playing around with an AI thing. Yeah. I saw Burger King and the fries and all that go, oh yeah, I need to put my face on that one. That's me in my skinnier days.
Burger King, or as we called it, Kurger Bing. Oh, you're feeling bad today, Sherry? I'm sorry to hear that, hon. Hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah.
And I see Shanatsky's also out there.
Yeah.
So, well, let's wrap this thing up. Gary is a Homer.
Go!
I used to joke all the time that I was trisexual. I'll try anything. Yeah, sure. You get the
Anything
feeling
you
better.
say?
Yeah, that was the joke. Anything, at least once. I
Just leave me
remember a
out.
friend of mine. His name was Bob Camp. He lived in the art house on campus. That's where my friend Steve Johnson and Virginia Cruikshanks, who are now husband and wife, Virginia Johnson, they lived there too, and they knew Bob Camp. And Bob Camp, one time, I came back to the room and I looked and I said, "Hey, there were 4 condoms on that chest of drawers when I left, and there's only 3. Did you use one this weekend while we were away?" And then he got real quiet, and then finally he says, "Yeah, I just wanted to try it, and I tried it on a Coke bottle." And I went,
Oh,
and I sat there for like a moment, like how to phrase this. And finally, I'm like, there's no politically correct way of asking, like, how the fuck did you use your condom on a Coke bottle? You put your dick in a Coke bottle? And he goes, "No, I put it on the Coke bottle." Like, what did you do with the Coke bottle then? Where are we going with this? And then I got up and went, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. We're going to
Have
go
a Coke
to the
and a
campus.
smile.
We're going to the cafeteria if you want to join us. And that was like one of the weirdest conversations I ever had with a dude when I was in fake college. So, but anyway, Twins, great film. If you haven't seen it, where the fuck have you been? Watch that movie, for God's sakes.
In Austria, maybe?
oh,
Fuck you, Mev.
Oh,
Do I need to mention it again and again and again? I grew up basically without TV and without the movie theater because I wasn't in Vienna. I was in a small village.
she was
She's
hiding.
better than us.
She was picking Edelweiss and singing in the mountains. That's what she
I
was
could've
No,
doing.
said
the thing was going.
The hills are alive.
Oh, fuck off, Gary.
No, she was singing tomorrow, tomorrow.
Oh, I hate you guys. I hate you so much.
But wait a moment. But she's
Going
got
to-
pupils. She can't sing that song. She's got pupils.
Going to the city meant going to the opera, mostly. Growing up with the parents that I had. So, there you
And
go.
usually it was Wagner too.
You see, she's better than us.
So that's a good joke
No,
there, Todd
I
Jones. I
just
like that one.
grew up differently.
She didn't have their mind rotten by this dumb box.
Yeah, the hills are alive with the sound of anima.
Oh my God, Gambit. I do make sounds and Gary likes them. My anima noises.
Yeah,
that I
she makes these guttural noises when she doesn't like something, and she's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "What the fuck is
No,
that sound you
that's
just
not
made?"
the sound I make. That's not it. He's getting it all wrong.
Sounds like an Austrian thing because Arnold makes the same noises.
She makes these guttural noises when she doesn't like something or something annoys her. And I'm like, "What the fuck was that noise?"
The Austrian grunt. Yeah. The Austrian grunt.
Yeah, I'm an
All
Austrian.
Called the
right.
sound of disapproval.
hmm
Because we don't have any clips from this, I will play a clip from Ghostbusters.
God damn it, Shanatsky.
Another one of Ivan.
Okay, give him his banner again, please.
Anima.
Hey, where these stairs go? They go up.
What a great movie.
Yeah.
1984.
It's another one of those perfect movies, you know.
hmm
And then, of course, you can't do that without playing this one.
Answer the goddamn question. When are you coming?
Hopefully within the next 48 hours.
48 hours?
I realize you must have gone through hell.
Gone? Bitch, we still here.
I love that scene.
So some of the guys got to hang out with Bill Murray recently. My buddies over at the Ghostbusters organization here in Springfield, Missouri, they got to hang out with him. And Keith, of course, he's gotten to hang out with Ernie Hudson and I think Bill Murray. So
Yeah.
I wish Dan Aykroyd would do the show here. You see, he would go over big.
Is Ernie Hudson ever going to grow old?
No.
My God, he looks great still.
He looks fantastic.
Just so Martin can stop bitching and complaining.
I was going to say.
Hey, what's the Canadian?
It's the Canadian.
You mean future
What makes
American...
Ghostbusters even better is that they didn't sully it with any bad sequels. Yeah, right.
The future governor of Canada, the Mike, right here.
The Mike, yes.
The Mike. The Comic Relief Crusade. I was going to try to say that, but my brain farted.
Well, that's my life. So,
82 was a great year. 84 was a great year because
I have a sort of a rough sketch of a really long script just giving sort of an essay on why 1984 was such a great year. I really need to finish it and actually make a video out of it. But the problem is it's not a review video, but it's sort of a love project. I don't know what to say, but it's just it's a daunting task. It really is.
Keith has been, like I said, I have back and do the 80s all over again with because we did an 80s series and it was good, but we could do better. And we want to go back over specifically 82 and 84 in particular, because those were two of the best years. That 82, 84, and 87.
Dude, you better like 82.
Yeah.
I love 82.
87 was awesome. At least for me.
82 is E.T., the year of E.T.
We don't bother
No,
with
it's
that.
the year I came out.
Blade Runner, The Thing, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Conan the Barbarian. So many great sci-fi films came out that year. And then there's little film by Spielberg, which we don't talk about. And
1941?
Yeah.
84 trumps 82 any day.
84 Wrath of Khan won't let you do that. No, Wrath of Khan won't let you do that.
Let me throw down. Let me throw down. Now, don't annoy me, Gary. Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom. Beverly Hills Cop. Ghostbusters. Neverending Story. Revenge of the Nerds. Karate Kid. Conan the Destroyer. Gremlins.
Nope, 82. 82.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
82 wins because it had Conan the Barbarian, the better of the Conan films.
Yeah, that wasn't that good of a film.
That is the better of the films. Correct. There's only one.
I'm just telling you, 82, 84, and 87 were your three best years for science fiction films.
Oh yeah, totally.
Police Academy, Footloose, Terms of Endearment, Romancing the Stone, Splash, Purple Rain, The Natural.
You're Jewish, right? You're Jewish,
Breakin',
right?
Bachelor Party, Red Dawn, The Terminator.
You know this hand gesture, Mephisto? You know this one?
You know this gesture?
That's an old Hebrew gesture right there that he gave you. I think the children of Israel did that on the way out of Egypt.
I mean, 87, we had Lost Boys, Running Man.
I said 87. 87.
Living Daylights. We had
89. 89 got Batman.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had Inner Space. We had Superman 4. But we had RoboCop. Inner Space. Yeah. You know,
in her space.
Yeah, in her
space. Oh my God.
Running Man. We had what else? Predator.
Running Man does not count for anything on any list.
Well, okay, fine. But we had Predator.
Bad movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Moscow on the Hudson, Woman in Red.
Empire of the Sun, Full Metal Jacket, Hamburger Hill. God, you know, like 87 was full of some really
16 Candles.
Steel Dawn.
Top Secret.
Let's see.
That's a great film.
Amadeus,
Garden of-
Firestarter,
Gardens
All
of
you guys are
Stone.
doing is just confirming the 80s were awesome.
the Ice Pirates.
I mean, see, I'm just not gonna Ice Pirates.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, so Ice Pirates are good because that's where we all learned
It's terrible.
about space
Death Wish 4.
herpes.
yeah, space.
Ishtar.
That's where Gary got his space herpes from.
There we go.
Space herpes.
But the thing is what we're all saying here, though, is like the '80s was so incredible for
Yep.
motion pictures. The creative spirit was just alive and well, and I think a lot of them were trying to one up each other, which was even better. It's like, hey, I can take this and I can do even better. We don't have that no more. All we got is platitudes and people, just getting the accolades for no reason, participation trophies. Back then, you had to earn it, and that's the filmmakers, the screenwriters, the actors, the actresses, all across the board.
Yeah.
And when you had that name there, boom, you knew it was going to be a hit, whether it be Stallone, whether it be Schwarzenegger, the list goes on. So,
guys, does
Lethal
this
Weapon.
count as a breach?
Ishtar.
I'll take.
I got a crossbow.
Back door is sealed. Take them up.
1994 before 87. I'll take 1999 before 87.
Ooh. Really?
No,
man.
Oh,
No.
Can we get rid of him?
No.
Really?
Yes,
RoboCop.
Look,
RoboCop alone.
I'm calling an Uber right now.
Look, when you have to determine the entire year as if it was good or not, you have to look at the movies that were not up here, but also down here.
Yeah.
Okay, in terms of box office, in terms of cultural impact, not just, oh, this was a great movie. I know, I love Predator. I love RoboCop. I love all the movies that you said, most of them. I love. I've seen them many. I've seen Predator with my kid about a month ago. He loved it. I've seen RoboCop with my kid about 4 or 5 months ago. He loved it. He's seen everything, but you have to look at the entire year and all of the different variety of movies within that year to determine if the year was good or not. If 1982 had 10 movies that were great, but 1999 had 30 movies that were great, which year was the better year?
Well, I mean, let's be fair here, too. Some of the films we listed off weren't even hits. I mean, Blade Runner was not a theatrical hit. Tron, we didn't mention Tron, but that wasn't.
The Thing.
I'm not looking at box office. I'm looking at cultural impact.
Both tanked at the box office because of another movie that took all the money. Friendly alien film called Extraterrestrial.
Right.
Let's wrap this up, guys, because I want to get out of here. I want to promote this. This book just came out. This is the new special or commemorative edition of the 13th Valley. It's been listed as the greatest Vietnam War book ever written. I, of course, did the book cover for this. And it is an amazing book. It's a long read, but it's a good read by John M. Del Vecchio, one of my dearest friends. And I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. Here's the link. If you would like to go check this book out, it's on sale right now. $9.99, or you can get it free if you have Kindle Unlimited. So, and there's the cool book cover. It was a really good book cover. I put the extra canteen on there because I remember what it was like humping hills like that. And you would always have extra canteens because you would dehydrate quickly. Anima, kill that fucking cat.
I got that voice.
Shut the fuck up, you idiot.
Anyway, the 13th Valley Anniversary Commemorative Edition is available now. And it's either free with Kindle Unlimited or $9.99 by itself. So this is a special Kindle edition. So if you guys are interested, please take a look at it. I don't get anything for it.
I was so close to saying something nice about your cover, Gary. You blew it.
I glue it.
Yes, like a horse.
Yeah. Frau Blucher.
Oh, come on, Helen, please. Just now.
Meow. All right, we're out of here, guys. Everybody, say your farewells. Say your farewells. I'm gonna
Don't
gun you
forget to
down.
check in tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow we're talking Raiders.
We're doing
or you can come by my show and listen to us jibber jabber about Devil's Advocate.
Another good film. I do like that movie.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves, man. With Al
It was
Pacino.
really good.
And was it Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio? Who was the woman lead in that?
Charlize Theron.
Oh, yeah.
One of her first roles.
Yeah.
One of them, not the first one.
So yeah, Go ahead and watch that if you want to, but also
I mean, you can come and watch our show and then leave when Gary starts if you really like to.
You can watch both shows.
And watch us on the replay.
Yep. You can watch the first hour super fast. That's what Penny does. If she comes in late, she watches the first part of the show super fast until she gets caught up.
And she always lets us know when she drops out of warp speed. I like that.
Yes. And now I want to say bye to everybody. I want to say bye to Gary87, Emmanuel, Snortapoopas, Penny, D. Bud Martin, Country Shape Media, Sandra Hammerschlag, Todd Jones. I'm not going to mention you, Baron, because you're in here. Bill Barkley, Just Frosty, Shinatsky, the Comic Relief. Oh, wait. Fuck you, Mike. You're in here. And Halen.
He can fuck you and I don't?
Yeah, so I got
that was an accident.
Name. Yeah, it was accidental. Because I read ahead of myself by only a split second. So anyway, thanks for popping in, Mike. Thanks for coming in, Baron. It's good to see you, man. Good to hang out with you again.
Yeah.
Thanks and nobody can derail me like Mephisto.
He's proud of that, it looks like.
Thank you, Martin Acosta Santana. Yeah. Thank you, Martin Acosta Santana, for kind of producing the show.
Wow.
And Anima Confusa, love of my life. Thank you for being here. Everybody that's watched the show but wasn't in the chat, thanks for joining us. Hope everybody has a fun weekend. Don't forget, we are on tomorrow. You can go check out Mephisto's channel and watch the Devil's Zone. With the Devil's Zone, is that it, or the
Devil's Advocate? The Devil's Zone is a different movie.
Harrison Ford movie with Brad Pitt. Yeah. So we're out of here, guys.
It has nothing to do with the devil. That's the problem.
Don't forget, later, John will be here to get his ass kicked by what game again?
Fallout
3.
Still Fallout. Wow, he is taking forever to finish this game.
Like 21 weeks now or something.
Yeah, 21 weeks. Jesus,
wow.
Man. Finish your game. Yeah, he's a masochist. He's a masochist for punishment. That's John. So anyway, we're out of here, guys. Everybody have a great Friday. Don't forget also Doomcock later with Friday Night Frolics. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Mean gaming.